about to start. Please take a seat. There are some seats in the front. Right. Hi. Welcome, everyone. My name is Avalon. I'm the community manager of this beautiful coding school here in Barcelona. And I wanted to wish you all a warm welcome to already our 11th demo day here in Barcelona. I'm sure all of you had your reasons why you're here. Maybe you know some of the students presenting tonight. Maybe you work in tech. Maybe you just came for the free beers. It's fine. All good. Our students all had very different reasons why they came to us to learn to code as well. Well, what they all had in common is that they wanted change. They wanted to change their lives and learn to code. And in only 9 weeks, they learned everything. From nothing, they went to the coding basics, database architecture, and from the front end, we went to the framework Rails, which we use for the backend language Ruby. But not only that. Halfway through the bootcamp, they all had to pitch an idea that they had for a web app or an application that was a solution to a problem that they had in their day-to-day lives. And from all these ideas, the 5 best ones were picked. And these are the products that are presented to you tonight. And here at Wagon, we teach technical skills to creative people, and a creative bunch they were. We had a chef, yeah, a nutritionist, a graphic designer, and even a Zumba instructor. Very, very different people. And what they are going to do with all of these skills after the batch is very diverse as well. Some of them will become developers, some will become project managers, product owners, and some will become entrepreneurs and launch their own business. Who also launched his own business is Jeremy from Red Trucks. Hi, welcome. Jeremy has a startup and he's looking for partners, but I will just let him explain.
Thank you. So actually the text was in Spanish, so we'll see if I can do it in English. All right, so I'm going to start with few questions. Who goes to festivals in ferias? Yeah. Who already eat in a food trucks? Yeah. Do you remember that moment? You were enjoying the time, the music was good, and what got hungry? Well, there is some food trucks, you comes, and there is some crazy lines in each food trucks. And at the end, or you don't eat, you wait another moment, or you go to the one that has the less line, or you go, worst, you do the crazy lines, all right? So now, if I'm telling you there is an app that exists that allows you to order and pay your food directly, that notify you when the food is ready, and that allows you not queuing and not lose your time, what do you tell me? Me, I'm telling you it does not exist in Spain. I'm telling you we're gonna do it, or we're gonna develop the solution of our French friends, all right? We're gonna equip every food trucks with our point of sales. We're gonna go to festivals and ferias to promote our solution. We're gonna speak with our customers. At last, we're gonna digitalize all the street food market. All right? If I came here today, is because I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for talents for my team. First of all, I'm looking for a co-founder, somebody that believes as much as I do in the project. And depending on the profiles and how much money we raise, I look for 1 or 2 developers. What do I have to offer? Well, nor richness, nor job security, I'm sorry. But I offer you to build the future, work on a disruptive project, and change the rules. I offer you dynamic and flexible workplace, but really demanding. And I offer you to build the future. And I hope you're gonna show us some crazy stuff and cool stuff today with the demos. Good luck to you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. So be sure to go and talk to him if you're interested in hearing more about the project. So like I said, I'm the community manager here, and one of my favorite parts about my job is that every new quarter I get to meet so many new people, amazing people, but all from different nationalities and different backgrounds. For example, in this batch, we had people from Paraguay to Canada and from Chile to Romania, all over the world, yes. And in order to get to know more about each other's cultures, we organize these things that are international lunches, international potlucks, where everybody from the batch brings some food from their own country and we all share it, right? So some of the people are amazing cooks, right? Other dishes are also like really interesting. And at the end of the batch, usually the delivery people from Glovo become part of our furniture here, but that's okay. Oh, Glovo. But being with all these amazing people for 9 weeks straight, every single day, you learn a lot about the world. For example, did you know that there's a country called Kyrgyzstan and that it's shaped like a fish? And that if you want to go from north to south, there's only one road, which is very, very dangerous. Or did you know, I learned from one of the lunches, that apparently Colombia and Venezuela are in this never-ending battle over who makes better arepas, right? I tasted them both, and yeah, guess we'll never know. So I want to say thank you. Thank you, batch 245, for teaching me so many amazing things as well. I'm super, super proud of you, and I would like to take a look at the beautiful faces of the people who are going to present their final products tonight. There they are. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse of the projects. The first projects that will be presented is the Farmers E-Market with Lucas, Philip, Jackson, and Joel. After that, we will have Eloquent with Carlos, Valentin, Cristobal, and Juan. Then we will have Eduard, Nam, Leonard, and Monica with Backhand. Followed by Homey with David, Claire, and Florent. And last but definitely not least, we will have Craving with Christine, Ashley, Ricardo, and Meder. So it's almost showtime. On a little bit more serious note, everyone who is on the Wi-Fi here, I would kindly ask you to turn it off, because we don't want our amazing projects to be compromised with any connection issues. Please turn it off. Thank you very much. And I'm not going to present the projects. Our amazing bootcamp manager and lead teacher, Eline, will do that. So let's give her a round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very honored to represent the team of all the teachers tonight, because I'm also a teacher on the side of being a bootcamp manager. And tonight we're going to start with the first topic, which is the topic of the future of food. More especially, the future of healthy food. As the world population becomes more and more aware, the health and the wellness industry is constantly growing, right? As end consumers, we tend to buy products that are local and fresh. What about the extension of restaurant owners? What if the restaurant owners would be able to buy directly fresh and local products from a farmer? Well, this is possible thanks to the project Farmers E-Market, made by Lucas, Joel, Philippe, and Jackson.
Thanks everyone for coming out. As Aline said, we're the Farmers E-Market. And essentially what this platform is it's a platform where farmers and restaurants can come together and transact with each other instead of having to go through an intermediary. The way it's worked in the past and the way it actually works right now is that a farmer is going to have his own broker or person that he deals with. A restaurant is going to have his own person that he deals with as well. And in some extreme cases, you'll even have an extra person who deals with the people that the farmer and the restaurant deals with. So what's wrong with this? It's very inefficient. It wastes a lot of time. And it also means that money is is being divided between more hands, which means the farmer takes home less money and the restaurant takes home less money. And so for us, we built this project because we really want to streamline the process. We want to make sure that farmers and restaurants are taking home more money, and at the same time, the end consumer is bringing home more money. And so everyone here in the audience, you might be asking, what does this have to do with me? I'm not a farmer. I'm pretty sure many of you don't own a restaurant. So how does this really deal with you guys? And to answer that, I'm just going to ask you 3 simple questions. And if it's a yes, just raise your hand. So one, who here has ever been to a restaurant? Okay. And when you go to a restaurant, who here would like to be fed fresh food? Okay, and lastly, if I told you that you can possibly save money while eating at a restaurant, would you be down for that? Right? Okay, so this is why we think this is a good idea, because we think that through the farmers e-market, we can accomplish these things. Those questions I just asked you seem very trivial, but they're actually things that we don't get sometimes. For example, if you go to a restaurant, you might get fresh meat, you might not. You might get lettuce that's a little brown, you might get green lettuce. And in my case, I'm from New York, and if I want to buy a taco, I need to pay like $20 for a taco that's the size of the palm of my hand. So it's very expensive food. And why is this? Like I said, there's a lot of premiums that are added when an intermediary is involved. And so for us, we think that through this, we can actually put more money in the farmers' pockets, the restaurant's pocket, and ultimately in everyone else's pocket. So let me actually explain how it works. Let's go down to see. So this is make-believe I'm a restaurant owner. And so the process for me is going to be, I'm going to start off by searching for my produce. Let's say I don't have a specific thing I want to search for. I simply just click search, and it'll take me to the marketplace. Once I found my vegetables, meats, or dairy, or anything I want, I simply choose them, add them to my cart, check out, place my order, and the farmer is going to receive that order. And me as a restaurant owner, I simply just sit back in my restaurant and wait for the delivery to come to my restaurant. So let me actually walk you through the process as if I was a restaurant owner. So I don't have a specific produce I want to search for, so like I said, let's simply click search. And this is where all the magic happens. So now you're in the marketplace where you can see every single produce that we offer. You have the option to search once you're there. You have the option to filter by price, distance, rating, or you can filter simply by the type of produce, which is fruits, veggies, meat, or dairy. In my example, I want to, maybe interact with this a bit. And I see here, I don't see many 5 stars, and I see pretty high prices. So let's actually go down a little bit. And, okay. All right, so I see that papaya over there. It has 5 stars. And I want to see a little bit more information. And in this example, you can see it's naturally organic, and it's been raised with expertise, passion, and love. I love that. And at the same time, the farmer has over 35 years of experience, and he started this business when he was 21. He's been around for a pretty long time. So let's add that to my cart. I'm pretty convinced it's a good product. But as a restaurant, I also serve meat. So let's just go up very quickly and try to filter for meats. And here I see, oh wow, that ham isn't very popular. I see that beef is $8 per kilogram, and it has 5 stars. And I think that's enough for me, so I'm just going to press the plus button to add it to my cart. And I think I'm pretty satisfied with my order. Let's go to my cart now. But I'm a restaurant, so 1 kg of each isn't enough for me. So let's just increase that to 5 each. And you can see here that in real time, dynamically, the price is being edited so that you can see how much you're ultimately going to pay. And now I want to check out. And I want to pay with my card. Everyone, please close your eyes for like 5 seconds so that you don't see my account details. And I can see I'm going to pay $90. And once this is complete, I can see my order details. Again, it's going to show what I purchased, who I purchased it from, the price I paid, the quantity, and my ultimate purchase amount. And I think this is now, I think, where our real value can come is the kind of relationship that the restaurant can build with this farmer. So for me, I really loved the papaya that I got. I served it to my customers, and they were like, wow, this is the nicest, most orange papaya I've ever had, and it tasted really fresh. So I'm like, okay, I really trust Nader Kulas with my produce from now on. And so for me, I don't really need to be searching for other farmers. I found my guy. So from now on, I don't want to go to the marketplace. I can simply click on his name, and I'm taken to his profile. And so it's pretty much the same process at this point, where he has his own specific marketplace where I'm only seeing his specific produce. And at this point, I can pretty much just make him my go-to farmer for papayas, anything fruits, and anything vegetables related. So this is what we think is also something that brings a lot of value for the restaurant. And so just to wrap up really quickly, the Farmers eMarket is a platform where restaurants and farmers can come together in one specific place, get rid of all of the premium expenses that they need to pay for, and really bring some great value to the restaurants. So thank you all for listening, and I want to give a great shout out to Lucas, Philip, and Jackson for all of the help they put into this project, and thanks again.
Guys. So I don't know if you remember, but as Avalon said, we have a lot of different nationalities. We actually have more than 50 nationalities in Le Wagon. Can you imagine if we could all communicate together in each other's mother tongue? It would be amazing, no? Speaking a language allows you to communicate. It opens you new doors. It allows you to connect, to socialize with people. Right now, you have the choice between free applications, such as Duolingo, for example, where you basically learn how to say the cat drinks milk. Or you have expensive services, such as traditional schools or online services. But usually, you end up learning vocabulary that are not in your interests. What if there was an app that allows you to learn a language based on your interests? Well, I present you Eloquent, beautiful project made by Valentine, Juan, Carlos, and Cristobal.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos. So, who here wants to learn a new language? Okay, quite a few of you. So, let's go to Chris and talk to Chris. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, I would like to learn Spanish, but I think it's very expensive, and also the traditional schools are boring. There are a lot of people there, and I would like to learn with people who share similar interests.
Okay. You see, Chris has a problem. He wants to be an eloquent Spanish speaker, and he doesn't want to go to a traditional language school because it's expensive. He learns with lots of other people, 20 people plus, and he may or may not share the classroom with the people he shares the same interest with. So to solve this problem, we have created Eloquent. So Eloquent is an online platform where you can book group language courses and find students or teachers with similar interests to you. So now I'd like to tell you how it works. So first, you create an account. Then you enter and search for a language and location. You select and book your course and a teacher. And you can filter on interests if you want. And then you can go learn locally with like-minded people. But it's really important to note that you don't learn in a classroom. You learn in a public space, like a cafe or a quiet bar area. The reason for this is because you can keep costs down, the teacher can keep the cost down, and also they can design unique courses that are interesting. For example, the teacher can hold a Spanish course on Sagrada Familia history, and that's quite nice and cool. And then they can rate the course. But now, I would like to search for Spanish because I would like to learn some Spanish in Barcelona. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we got a list of all the teachers and courses, but I would like to filter on elementary because I'm a beginner. And also I like to see the interest category up here in sports because I'm quite into sports. So we press search. So here we've got two teachers. So we got Juan, he looks a nice guy, he's got vegan, he likes vegan and tennis. So I quite like those things. And it's 100 euros per student for 1 month, which is really cheap. Traditional schools, a good traditional school is probably double that price, so I'm really happy with that. And there's 1 space left, great. And then we've got Jenny as well, another teacher, 150 euros, which is a bit more expensive. So I want to explore Juan and see what he's about. So here first we see a video. Okay, I want to explore that. Okay, he's a really cool guy. He can speak Spanish really well. So I'm sold. I'm sold already. Okay. So we scrolled down and we got price per student. And again, meeting points, Mama's Cafe. It's really important. It's not a classroom. That's really interesting. And then we call the course description. So we're learning about phrases and verbs to help you in everyday encounters in Barcelona, which is something I really enjoy if I'm starting out. And now I can also meet my classmates. So we got Leo, Valentin, and Carlos over there, and we got 1 hurry up, 1 spot left. Okay, so I need to get a move on with my booking. So I want to explore Valentin, which is a future classmate. So let's log in at this point. Okay, so we log in. All right. Okay, so now we got Valentin. So he's a French expat. He's easygoing, sporty. I'm very sporty as well. Okay, that fits me. Hip hop. Okay, great. Basketball, tennis. I like tennis as well. We can maybe talk about that. Okay, he's romantic, science fiction. Not so keen on that, but okay, let's go back. Okay, now we can go back to the show page. I think he's quite a good person. So I'm sold on this course now. I want to book. Now. So now we got the order details. It all seems in line. Let's pay with a card. Okay, great. Now we just come to the payments complete. Great. I'm booked. Okay, we got Juan. I can contact him via email. Great. So everything's in line with what I expected. And then if you scroll a little bit down, we can see that we can go back to my profile. Okay, so it's about me, and then I can see my personality. And then if I scroll all the way down, I can see that all my courses that I booked before, and also just the course that I booked with Juan, and I can add a review when I want to. So right there, that's the walkthrough of booking a course as a student. But I also like to talk about how to become a tutor, because anyone can become a tutor, and it's very easy. So if you in the homepage, you can click on Become a Teacher, and then you can fill out this form. So select a language you like to offer, what's the level of the course, the meeting place, the date and the time, the start time, the course days, the price, the maximum people you want to have on your course. We have a 5 maximum, so it's small, and then just a description of your course. And also a really good feature is the video, where you can upload one and people can see what you sound like, or a photo. And then you can create a course. So that's eloquent. So Just to recap, we are an online platform where you can book group language courses with freelance tutors and find people with similar interest to you. Thank you. Also, I think really good. Thank you to Valentin, Juan, and Chris. We've all been working on this over the past two weeks really hard. So credit to all of us.
Did you guys like it? On another topic, is there any sport lovers tonight here? Yes. Do you like a certain sport called tennis? Yeah? Are you ready to meet a tennis player that built an amazing app with his team? Yes. The name of the application is Backhand, and it was made by Leo, Nam, Monica, and Edouard.
Good evening, everyone. So let's talk about Backhand. But before talking about Backhand, I just want to tell you a bit of a story. I used to live in Bali for 4 years. And when I was in Bali, as a tennis lover, I tried to play as much as I could there. But as some of you may know, Bali is a very warm place and humid, and it's very hard to play because Indonesians are not big fans of tennis. So there aren't so many tennis courts out there. So where I used to live, the closest tennis court was about an hour away. So I missed tennis quite a lot, especially since I played about 25 years. So when I came to Barcelona the first time, about 3 months ago, I was super excited. I was thinking, okay, obviously it's a good weather to play tennis, many clubs out there, and it's the country of Rafa Nadal. So I was thinking, okay, now I'm going to make it, I'm going to be able to play tennis. But surprisingly, I started to look for clubs. So I found clubs, but apparently you can't get in if you're not a member already. So it was kind of the first obstacle for me. Then I looked for Facebook groups, and some of them were not active. Some of them, only the admin could post messages. So I actually couldn't find players, and I only played once in the last 3 months. So it was really a problem for me. So I couldn't find players. But beyond finding players, one of the main problems in tennis is finding the right player. Who here in the room plays tennis? Aside from, okay, so what's your name? Paul, okay, so what's your level, would you say? Okay, so imagine you're playing with someone who is super good. And you're gonna play, and after the game, probably your experience is not going to be so great because, well, you didn't enjoy yourself that much, and you know that the other person who's a lot better than you probably like faked at not playing as well as he normally does. So the problem is not only finding players, but it's finding the right player. So finding the player of your level, and this is what Backhand is all about. So let us show you how this is actually working. So let's say I'm a player and I'm looking for other players in Barcelona. So let's go to the results page. Okay, so I can see like, okay, in Barcelona there are quite many players. I can browse and see some of the profiles. So let's say I'm interested in Ashley there. And okay, so I can see that Ashley is a semi-pro player, attacker. Her style, I can have some information about Ashley, about she's a righty, two-handed backhand. Of course, she lives in Barcelona, so that's what I'm looking for. I can see also a bit about her stats, and okay, I see her ranking and points. I see like how many matches she won and lost. So I get quite some information about the player profile. I also see some all the skills of Ashley, and I see like she doesn't have a very good forehand. She has a very good serve, so it'd be good to train for my return. But I'm looking for a player who has a good forehand. So maybe let's go back to the search and let's look for someone else. So I can maybe use that filter to look for someone with my level. So I can select a level. I can also choose a style of play. I can also pick by handedness. Let's say I want to play against a lefty because it's very difficult to play against a lefty when you're righty, so you really want to train on that. Okay, let's. I'm happy with that search. Let's search. Okay, so I have a couple of still quite a few results. Let's go to Leo Siebold. Okay, so now I'm going to browse quickly the profile of Leo. Okay, I see he has the same amount of points, and he seems to have a good forehand, and I want to train against a guy who has a good forehand, left-handed. So let's go and challenge Leo. Of course, I want to challenge him. Okay, so now it seems that I'm on a challenge page where I can see, okay, we've got my profile and Leo's profile, and I'm waiting for an answer from Leo. So let's go back and wait a bit. And until Leo actually confirms or declines the challenge, we'll see that. I just wanted to give you a note about the ranking system on Backhand. It's something we've built with the team of Le Wagon and the teachers and teachers' assistants. It's actually a unique ranking. So if you go on the platform and have your profile, you have a default amount of points at the beginning, but the more you play, the more your ranking gets precise and your level of points as well. So this helps the app to match you best, the best way possible with other players. So let's see now if Leo has accepted our challenge. Yes, he has, pretty quick. So let's see what we get there. So okay, so I'm back on that challenge page. Challenge accepted. Contact Leo now. So I see I can send him a WhatsApp message. That's pretty great. So I'll do that and see and play with Leo. So now let's imagine I've played with Leo already, and we had a good game, and I want to record that game because I want the platform. I want to build on my profile, and I want the platform to record all the information about the game. So I can record where and when we played. I can select who won. In that case, it was me. So, and I can put the score and update my challenge. And after I've recorded the game, I can also review the player I played with. So I can recommend whether it was great playing with Leo, yes or no. So it gives more insights for the other players on the platform so they can know better who to play with. An interesting thing is that I can also rate my partner's skills. So what's good about Backhand as well is that it helps, it's your data, your skills data is not something that you don't say, I have a good forehand or I have a good backhand. The other players in the community who play against you actually do that for you. So you get something a bit more real than if you had to evaluate yourself, because we usually tend to overestimate ourselves all the time. So this is what the app does. And we can indeed also leave a little comment and review. Nice dude, cool. All right, and so to wrap it up, the problem was finding players, tennis players a pain, finding the right players a pain. So Backhand is here to solve that. Backhand is about finding the right players, challenging players, and getting your international ranking. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's jump on another topic because we love changing subjects. Have you ever thought about working and traveling at the same time? Yeah? Sounds like a dream, no? Airbnb is a place where you can rent places from locals anywhere in the world. What if you could do the same, but instead of renting places to sleep, it would be for working? Well, this is now possible with Homey, beautiful project made by Claire, David, and Florine.
Thank you very much, Aline. Just wanted to give a little shout out to the whole team of Le Wagon, who has been incredible with us. as well as my colleagues Claire and Florian, who I've been working with for the last 2 weeks. It was amazing. Thank you. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Interesting projects, huh? Yeah, I know. So, just by a quick show of hands, who is or has been a remote worker once in their life? Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that much. Great. At least half the room. Remote workers, what are the main locations that you work from, usually? Let's say 3. Huh? Cafes? Home? And co-working spaces. But what are the biggest problems of working from these places? Okay, reliability of the Wi-Fi. It's noisy, it's distracting. And the cost, yes, the price. So price, privacy, and I would say comfort as well. Over the past few years, we've seen a huge increase in the number of freelancers, independent workers, I would say digital nomads, on and all, the remote worker population. And they've all been facing a massive problem. They have struggled to find a place that is quiet, comfortable, and affordable, all at the same time. So that's why we've created Homey. Homey is a peer-to-peer platform that offers to remote workers a place to find and book private workspaces near them and from people like them. So, let's assume for a second, and for the sake of that presentation, that I am a freelance designer. For those who don't know me, my name is David and I'm French. As a freelance designer, I am full-time based in Paris, but I like to travel. And actually, next week, I'm going to go a 4-day weekend to Barcelona to visit some friends. But you know what? I've booked 3 back-to-back calls on Friday afternoon with 3 of my biggest clients. I need a space that has reliable Wi-Fi and that is quiet. So let's jump right into there. I want to try to find a desk in Barcelona for next Friday, so June 14th, I believe, and for the afternoon, because I booked my calls in the afternoon. So now let's have a look at the list of desks that I have available to me. Okay, cool. So I can see cozy flat, garden office. I can see, okay, I like this one, creative desk near Poblinu. I like this neighborhood as well. And I'm a creative person, so that's actually pretty cool. Let's have a look at this desk. Okay, so in terms of information, I have the address. I have, creative desk available to anyone who wants to work in. Great. Let's try to go down a little bit. I think we have, okay, cool. So in terms of features, so Claire, who's the host, seems to be very sweet. She has the Wi-Fi that I need. She has a TV. She has coffee. I'm definitely going to need it on a Friday afternoon. So that sounds great. I'm actually going to book it for the whole, the reviews as well. Brilliant space. It looks awesome. All right, wonderful. I'm going to book for the whole day because the price is pretty attractive, and I actually have some extra work to do in the morning. So let's go ahead. Great. So I'm just going to leave a quick message to Claire, telling her that I look forward to working from a desk, and I am going to go through with the booking. Right. Okay. Cool. There we go. I'm just going to enter my credit card details, but I won't be charged until I get accepted by Claire. So she needs to make sure that I'm not some weirdo and I'm not going to... Yeah, everyone has the same card number, by the way. So it's a thing. Great. Okay, so it looks like everything went through. Wonderful. Yep. Right, okay, so... one of the most beautiful thing about Homey is that I am as well as a remote worker, and I happen to have a very comfortable workspace available at my apartment. And I'm going to be gone for 4 days in Barcelona, so why don't I make some extra cash and rent my space to someone who needs it? So let's try to list my own desk in Paris. It's very simple. It's only 3 steps, and we're going to go through them together. So the first one is, I'm just going to add a very brief title to my desk. I'm going to add my full address, and I'm going to add a very brief description just to give an idea to users about what my desk is about. And in terms of pricing, so yes, I'm going to be very central, yeah. The 10e arrondissement. So I'm not sure how many people knows about arrondissement in Paris. I'm going to set a price to probably 40 euros a day, because that's quite of a premium location. So let's go ahead. In terms of the features that I can offer to my guests, I definitely have strong Wi-Fi. I do not have coffee though. That's the thing. But I have a printer, and I have a TV and a living room. So I'm going to go ahead, and now the final step is to upload the pictures. So obviously I want to add a picture of my desk. That would be quite nice. And I want to add a picture maybe of my neighborhood, just so people can have an idea where I live. And I am going to go ahead and okay, cool. So my desk has been saved, and I'm just gonna quickly have a look at all the information just to make sure that everything went through. Okay, so my address is here, my title. I do have my description. All the features that I mentioned are here. I even have a small description by myself that I put before when I logged in. And then I have the location on the map as well. That's awesome. Everything looks in there. So I booked a place with Claire, but I just want to make sure that it went through, it got processed. So let's just go into my avatar and have a look at my bookings. Oh wow, Creative Desk near Poblenou. I just got accepted. So I'm good to go for next week. That's great. That's good news. And now that I've listed my own place, let's just have a look at the host tab. Oh, that's amazing. I literally had my desk listed for a couple of seconds, and it's already booked by someone, a certain Florin. He seems like a legit guy, so I'm going to accept. It seems like that's going to be some good money for me as well, 40 euros. That's going to pay for my flights. And there you go. That was pretty much the entire thing about Homey. So there's something I just wanted to conclude with. Homey, thanks to Homey, remote workers can find now alternatives to busy cafes and distracting co-working spaces. And thanks to a platform like Homey, they can now be productive anywhere they go. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to jump on the last project. And my last question would be, are you hungry tonight? How cool would it be to find right now in Barcelona the best patatas bravas, or the best olivas, or the best tortilla? Well, this is now possible thanks to the web application Craving that was made by Christine, Meder, Ashley, and Ricardo.
Hello, everyone. So who in this room is not from Barcelona? Almost the whole room. So imagine that you just arrived in Barcelona for the first time tonight. You had a really long flight. It was delayed. It took forever to get to the city. Now you're finally here, and you're exhausted and so hungry. All you want is a really good burger. And not just any burger. After the flight you had, you deserve the best burger in Barcelona. Well, that's where Craving can help. With Craving, you simply crave it, discover it, then taste it. Craving is an app designed for foodies who always want the best quality food and often know exactly what they want to eat, but they don't know where to find it. With Craving, you can search for food by dish, and you can also post your own dishes so that others around you can see and you can offer your recommendations to them. So we have quite a few options in Barcelona nearby. We can take a quick scroll through. We can see the names of the dish, the price, the names of the restaurants, as well as the rating, and also how far away they are from us. But since we know we want a burger, let's go ahead and put burger in the search bar and see what we find. So there's 18 burgers nearby. Let's add a couple filters. We don't want anything crazy expensive or too far away. I think 14 euros sounds like a reasonable max for a burger, and say 5 kilometers. Perfect. So let's take a look at the map view and see where everything is. All right. So everything seems like it's pretty central. I live in Elborn, and I'd like something near me, so let's kind of scroll into that area and see what we find. All right, La Centrale, that sounds pretty good. So we can see there's a few different burgers if we scroll up a little. And then we see a vegan burger. I'm not a vegan, I don't really want that. Classical, Bristol looks good, maybe a few more. I do like pulled pork, but not tonight. Let's see what the next one is. Maybe Central, that's 5 stars. That's pretty good. So let's click on that one. And why don't we click the heart to just favorite it, and we can save that for later. And we can also take a quick look at the reviews. Looks like it's all some solid ratings. So let's go ahead and get the dish. All right, so we see the overall rating of the restaurant is also good. It's 4.2, and they have a lot of different burger options, so that if we bring any of our friends and they want something else, everybody's happy. And we also have some chicken, so there's lots of options. And then at the bottom, we have 2 options. We can either book a table through El Tenedor, or we can order in. But since it's been a long flight, I think we should order in, so let's go ahead and click the Deliveroo button. All right, and now we can make the order. And the order's been placed. While we wait for our burger to come, how about we go ahead and post one of our own dishes so that others can see our favorites. So last week I had some amazing empanadas along the corner, and I think everyone should try them. So let's go ahead and search the restaurant. And the nice thing about Craving is it'll recommend some restaurants nearby based on the searches, so you don't have to remember the address, which is good. And Empanadas Argentina. 4 euros, 5 euros. And then let's select the category. All right. And now we have to upload a photo. Nobody wants to order it without knowing what it looks like. Right. And upload the dish. Perfect. So we can see our empanadas. And then once we've uploaded a dish, it's also saved to our profile. So under our profile, we have 2 sections. We have the favorites, so we save that burger for later. So if we want that burger again, that's there. And then we also have our posts. So if we want to see everything we've posted, maybe a month from now, we can look back and have all those saved. So you can take a look at the 2 different tabs. All saved, and then the second one is my posts. Perfect. All right, the last thing to do is to rate our dish. We want everyone to know it's really good. In fact, these empanadas were so good, I think somebody in this room should order them for everyone tonight. I get the feeling that might happen. And let's take a look at the restaurant page. Perfect. Looks pretty good. So as you can see, Craving is really easy to use. It's a great app for foodies everywhere who know what they want to eat. So next time you crave it, remember Craving, and we'll help you discover it, then taste it. And just a shout out to my team, Ricardo, Metter, and Ashley, for all the hard work in the past few days.
What a coincidence. We actually happen to have ordered empanadas for everyone tonight. Almost time, almost time. It's also almost time for our students to hop off the wagon and to start their brand new lives. But none of these amazing projects would have been available, or even... that's okay. Yay, there we go. So as I was saying, none of these amazing projects would have happened without our amazing team of teachers and TAs. So for those of them who are here, can I please ask to the stage Inu, Valerie, Marina, Ollie, Andreas, Lorenzo, Daniel, Ellen, Gus, and... Thank you, guys. So we're gonna take a little break and we'll be back in July with a fresh new batch of students. I think there are actually some students in the room who will start in July. Can I see some hands? Yes, awesome. And the batch after that will start in October. If you would like more info, please come to Lynn or to myself and we'll talk about it over a beer because I think it's about time for that. Guys, thank you all for coming and have a great night. We hope to see you again.